Hey Chicken members, it's me, Wicked Chicken here, and we're back with another part of Hardpoint discussions for Slash Tips and Tricks. We're on the map Defender here, and here's the first hardpoint. This one is incredibly crazy. It's hard to come up with a legitimate strategy of, here's a good place to line up, but I'll just give you kind of the mind pointers. So for the most part, if your team is taking this hardpoint, whether you're defending or attacking, either one team's going to spawn on that side or it's going to spawn on that side. So what you're going to want to do is line up your sights. If your enemies are spawning over there, you're going to line up your sights here and here. Be wary of anyone that comes this way, and if they're coming from that side, you can line up here. Be wary of anyone coming that way. And there's obviously these two spots, here and here, which are both really helpful. Most people just come from there. If you're trying to take it, try to come from the underbelly, which if you guys don't know, this one is right over here by this red building. So try to come from the underneath. This way you're level with these guys and you're not kind of out in the open. You can use these as cover and whatnot. Try to come from the other side too. And a lot of people don't expect people to come from this side. If you don't know where this one is, it's right underneath this big old huge, gigantic structure here. There's like 5 different ways and they all kind of funnel into here. And there's also this one underneath there that is pretty much out in the ocean. If you're trying to place a sentry gun, it's pretty hectic to try to place one. You can't place one up here really because you don't get that much range. But it's not too bad. If you really want to place one, try to place it somewhere around like right here. This just gives you the most coverage of this entire area. But for the most part, this one's going to be hard to try to grab. And yeah, it's just mostly going to be a cluster F. Just try to get some cover, try to lie down, hide somewhere. You can also lie down like here if you want to, or you can lie down in the other spot. It's the only real places that you'll hide. It'll give you a little bit of pause for enemies. You can also use these things as head glitches and whatnot. But that's pretty much it for this hardpoint. Let's move on. Okay guys, here's the next hardpoint. This one is pretty easy for other people to take it because there's a lot of cover. As you guys can see, it's raining right now, so there isn't really, a really good explanation for this. But there's plenty of cover. For you to try to stand in here, there's not that much cover. But people trying to take it, there's tons of cover. There's that point up there. They're able to cover from over there. They have plenty of head glitches all around here. And they're able to, get from the center to over here and back over. So it's pretty tough for you to defend. There's some nice sentry gun spots that can kind of cover you just a little bit. If you were to place a sentry gun right here, this way you cover anyone that's kind of coming through there. And you get people that are trying to come from the building backside. If you want to place another sentry gun, one that isn't too bad, you can place one right here, which will for the most part try to snag anyone that's coming through the alleyway, and also get people that are coming from the left side and anyone that's trying to hop over the wall. So those two spots are the best places for defense. If you want, you can also use this spot, which isn't too bad, to try to snipe the people that are coming from the middle or up there for a head glitch zone, so that helps. And if there are people coming from this way, there's obviously these little head glitches using the mound as a head glitch, so that also helps. Nothing else that's really too sneaky about defending this place, but if you're trying to defend it, I'll say that if you want to apply some pressure, try to take that point as a head glitch. You can also take this point as a head glitch. Let me get right here. You can also take this point, try to snipe anyone else that's coming through there, try to get anyone that's maybe standing in that doorway. But for the most part, you don't want to push, because if you're going to push, you're going to be jumping out of the open, which is going to be incredibly exposed. And if there's anyone head glitching over there, or using these windows or anything, you get sniped out. And anyone that kind of pushes up through there will also get killed by anyone that may be sitting in the window. So if you're trying to push for this building, the best possible explanation for it, because for the most part, people will be spawning back there, and just push for the building, and you'll be spawning over there, is try to come up through the center and try to use this side as a flank. If you can, try to kill anyone that's there, and then once you have this point taken, you can either try to come through the back and kill people and then flank back over here, or come right here. One spot where you can sit down if you want is right here, but people who are, let me lay down, people who are there may be able to see you. It depends how careful they look, so yeah, it'll kind of give you a bit of pause whenever someone comes through the door, but for the most part, people in that window may be able to see your legs and kill you. So it depends if they have the tracker or a thermal sight, so yeah, that's the thing. But for the most part, if you're trying to take that this building, try to flank around the back and then go into it, because it gives you plenty of cover, and you kind of knock off anyone's spot that's ready maybe watching that way. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this hardpoint. Okay guys, here's the next hardpoint. This one is probably one of the easiest ones to defend. Although it may not have much cover, it's really easy to defend, for the point that if you're defending this hardpoint, for the most part, your guys will be spawning there. The enemies will be spawning back there, kind of by the red pillar thing there, whatever you guys want to call it. And yeah, a really good place to place the sentry gun is right here, because it'll get anyone that's coming from those buildings, also snag people to come down there, and get people for the majority of the part to come this way. You can also place one over here that'll get people coming from the under. Anyone over to the right side also get people coming up top and through there. So the only place that you really have to cover if you have two friends that are, have two sentry guns up there, is if you lay down right here, you can just watch that door, which is really helpful. I find that this spot isn't too bad either if you lay down right here, because most people won't see you here. You can also push up and use this thing as kind of like a head glitch glitch in a way and kind of kill people that are coming out. There's a lot of easy ways. You can also lay down. Most people don't expect it, although you are in the open, but you'll be more stable and kind of prep up for it. But for the most part, just kind of have your friends out here. You know, there's plenty of head glitches around this area where you're able to stand up. But since it's wide out in the open, you know, for everyone else, it's easy to cover just with sentry guns alone. But yeah, that's pretty much this Hardpoint. There's nothing really secretive to it on the inside. You know, just you can lay down there, you can lay down against there. There's not much to it. But yeah, that's this Hardpoint. Okay, guys, here's the next Hardpoint. This one is a little bit trickier to try to defend because for the most part, if you're defending, you're going to be spawning from back here. And if people are trying to take it, they're going to be spawning back there. So there's pretty easy head glitches here where you're able to head glitch off of here. You can also use this box as a head glitch if you want to. You can also use this window as another head glitch if you want to. If you're worried about people spawning up behind you, you can always place a sentry gun back here that will, for the most part, kill anyone that comes through here. You can also push up and place it a little bit closer, like right here. But once again, you have to be careful of people running down here. So you want to get it as close to the edge as possible, somewhere about like right here, so you can get people coming down here. But yeah, it'll cover you pretty well. There's no real good spot for a sentry gun out here because it's like very hilly. You can place one here, but once again, people can come from there, shoot you from over there, and shoot into here. So you have to be kind of careful, and people can also hug that wall and then climb through the window without ever really seeing the sentry gun. There's no real good tactic for taking this hardpoint, other than if you are able to flank around here and you're able to kill people from back there. A really good idea is instead of rushing through those doors where there may be some people lying down, is to try to come through this back flank and kill anyone that's back here, and then you'll immediately be ready for a head glitch because hopefully your team will be spawning back there. But yeah, that's pretty much this Hardpoint. There's nothing else really secretive to it. And yeah, let's move on. Okay, guys, so here's the last Hardpoint. This one has absolutely no defense for anyone that's trying to take it. There's plenty of places to hide around it, as you just seen me do right here. Oh, you know what? I actually didn't know you were able to do this. Huh. But if you stand up right here and then just go like this, you're able to take it. But if you crouch, you're able to. I've never tried this before because for the most part I don't hide. But okay, so we're both learning some things here. If you guys want to take this Hardpoint, stand right here. Best place in the world. Wow, that's awesome. I was going to tell you there's no real place to hide. But anyway, so back to what I was saying before. This one has tons of traps, so if you have a friend laying down out there kind of using his bait, you can sit right here and pop out and kill anyone that kills him or that pops onto the flag. If you're trying to take the flag, coming through there is actually pretty good. There's a lot of defenses that way. If you want to place a sentry gun down, one of the best places that you can place it is right about here. It'll kill anyone that's coming through the roof, anyone that's coming through the right, and you'll be able to, for the most part, kill anyone that's coming through the center. So that's pretty good. You can also place one over here for the most part. You want to kind of back this one up. This way, you know, it's kind of the inverse of that one. And it'll kill anyone kind of coming up through the top, anyone that's trying to flank to the right. But for the most part, it'll get anyone that's coming down this way. So that's what makes those two spots really good for sentry guns. There's nothing else really beyond that, because you're not able to really defend this point. Something that I've tried to do in the past is try to use this as some kind of head glitch, you know, lay down behind, I'm getting stuck, and try to kill people, but I was never able to quite get it to work. You could always come up here, but once again, you're kind of out in the open. I can never truly get it to work and like be really effective because, you know, people could either be coming from there or jumping up top or over there, and it's just really out in the wild. There's nothing really too significant where it's like, oh yeah, this spot's like clearly the best. But there's a few spots. Use this plane if you want to. None of the crates down there really provided me cover. But yeah, for the most part, this is just kind of like a wait and see whether or not you're able to actually grab this Hardpoint because they're pretty tough. And once again, if you're spawning, you're going to be spawning over here. The enemy team will be spawning somewhere in the center or back right. That's where I usually find myself spawning whenever we're trying to take the Hardpoint. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this entire little map here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. So, yeah, I want to ask you guys a question. Did I show you guys anything new beyond me head glitching right there that you guys didn't already know about? So that's my little question for you guys. I always find it interesting whenever someone says, you know, oh yeah, I didn't know about these spots. That was pretty cool. So always makes you feel like a little tingle inside, whatnot. Anyways, guys, gonna end the video there. So like the video if you liked it. Maybe share it with your friends if you think you'll find it helpful or informational. And if you're new to my channel and like to see more of my videos, click that subscribe button. Get notifications in your sub box every single time I post a new video. And yeah, I'm Mugajing. So yeah, guys, peace.